Thomas Tuchel is renowned as an innovator and someone who thinks a great deal about opposition's strengths and weaknesses before setting up his team. He has thus used a great many formations, predicated on exploiting the weakness of the opposition as much as enhancing his own side's strengths, including a 4-1-4-1, a 4-1-3-2, a fairly standard 4-2-3-1, and even a 3-3-2-2. Tuchel is an advocate of two footballing philosophies: counter-pressing or gegenpressing and positional play. At Mainz, with technically inferior players who were nonetheless fit, strong and capable of launching reasonably accurate long passes, the counter-press was employed relentlessly and to good effect. At Dortmund, with more technically capable players who had pushed the limits of counter-pressing anyway under Jurgen Klopp, Tuchel was able to encourage a more rotational system of passing, encouraging ball retention rather than forcing turnovers purely to counter-press. For this, he used the 4-1-4-1 quite a lot, deploying the intelligent Julian Weigl behind two more attacking central midfielders. These players would work the ball until Dortmund could force an overload in space created out wide and attack at pace there. His 4-2-3-1 also works well at Dortmund with players like Shinji Kagawa, Henrik Mkhitaryan and the deep-dropping Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, creating overloads in pockets of space between the lines while Weigl sat back as a steadying presence in front of the defence. The fullbacks provided the width and the other central midfielder, usually Ilkay Gundogan, when fit, pushed up as a number 8. His preference, though, is for a 4-1-4-1 that can become a 2-3-4-1 as the fullbacks push up or cut inside. Central to his style are several features besides positional play and pressing. He likes a deep-lying central midfield presence, a creative presence who can nonetheless screen and retain possession by rotating the ball through the centre-backs, fullbacks and central midfielders. It's noticeable that Tuchel has often entrusted this role to quite young players such as Julian Weigl at Dortmund and Johannes Geis at Mainz. His two central midfielders playing ahead of this holder tend to be quite attacking, and it's worth noting that had he been selected for the Everton job in the Premier League, the squad has a number of players who might have suited this 8/10 hybrid role, such as Gylfi Sigurdsson, Davy Klaassen and even Wayne Rooney. Tom Davies could also play there if someone more defensively minded such as Idrissa Gueye, Morgan Schneiderlin or Mohamed Besic played further back. Lastly, it's worth noting that, like Klopp and another recent video subject, Julian Nagelsmann, Tuchel is excellent at developing and entrusting young players with responsibility on the pitch. With the likes of Mason Holgate, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Ademola Lookman and of course Davies in the squad, Tuchel's emphasis on youth could have been a real positive for Everton had they attempted to hire the German manager. And finally, we can take a look at Everton's attacking stats so far this season in the Premier League. We pulled this information through the OneFootball app, who are sponsoring this video. There is a link in the description below if you'd like to download it. It's well worth a look. Thanks for watching.